First-round picks coming to the Raiders. The Raiders have not been able to get a standard player at this position yet, at least not this season. It is a stable unit for some, so the Raiders will certainly make some additions like this during the season if they don't do it now. If you are interested in receiving all the important information from the Raiders, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. The cornerback position this offseason. It has consistently been listed as one of the team's biggest needs, but they have not signed a standout free agent or drafted one in the early rounds. With training camp underway, there hasn't been a cornerback other than Jack Jones who has cemented himself as a starter on the outside. Bleacher Report now predicts the Raiders will sign free agent cornerback Adoree Jackson. This is a signing that makes sense for all parties involved, B/R's NFL scouting department wrote in a July 31st column. The Raiders have some promising young corners on the roster, but the overall cap space is still shaky. Jack Jones had a great run when he joined the team mid-season, and Nate Hobbs is a solid slot player. The Raiders can't rely too heavily on developing young players. After that, there's a lot riding on the development of players like Jacorian Bennett and rookies Decamarion Richardson and M.J. Devonshire, BR wrote. The Raiders could take some pressure off the youth by signing Adoree Jackson. The 28-year-old had one of his best seasons when defensive coordinator Patrick Graham was with the New York Giants. Jackson is a former first-round pick who most recently played for the New York Giants. He was with the team in 2021 when Patrick Graham was still the defensive coordinator there. Now that Graham is with the Raiders, Jackson could make some sense. He should have at least a basic understanding of the defensive system. Jackson hasn't necessarily lived up to his status as a top 20 draft pick, but he has started 77 games in his career and has been a team captain. That leadership would be a good fit for a very young Raiders secondary. The financial commitment it would take to sign Jackson should be very low, so there's not much risk involved. If the Raiders don't like what they're seeing from their cornerbacks in training camp, Jackson would be a logical player for them to target.